Just 5 days into early access, the Paralives devs have announced their first bug patch. Welcome back. My name is Crystalline, and I keep you updated with Paralives content, or at least I try my best. Before I go on and talk about bug fixes, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you never miss another post. Let's get into the bug fixes. The very first fix is that they improved memory management to reduce crashes. This is very important because I did notice that a lot of people were reporting bug crashes. I actually went live today and I played Paralives for the first time, but I did try to open it earlier in the week and it simply would not open. The next bug fix that they added is the improved save system to reduce the occurrence of corrupted save files. This is not something that I experienced, of course, because I have not been playing yet, but hopefully for anyone who has experienced it, this will fix that. This next update involves firefighters and fires, where your paras can now call firefighters or extinguish fires, which can be done more easily without being cancelled by paras panicking. And I did see a little bit of gameplay from other people's lives during early access week, and I did notice that lots and lots of fires happened, and they spread very, very fast. Paras will now also have a chance to autonomously extinguish items on fire instead of always panicking or fleeing. But honestly, panicking and fleeing is probably the most realistic thing that I could include in a game. I personally am not going to stick around and extinguish a fire unless it's absolutely necessary. In addition to that, stairs will also no longer be able to catch on fire because it was causing pathfinding issues when trying to extinguish them. So no longer will your entire house catch on fire. They also fixed a bug where flames were spreading outside of the lot, so this will no longer happen, though I do think this is also realistic for real life, but it probably makes gameplay inconvenient. So I understand wanting and needing to fix it. They also fixed some other issues around firefighters not extinguishing fires. I didn't see too much gameplay about firefighters. I only saw paras catching on fire and the fire spreading throughout the house ridiculously fast. In this patch, they also optimized the pathfinding code to reduce lag spikes when townie parafolks calculate their paths in the town. Now, I don't necessarily know what this means. I'm assuming they probably just made the game a little bit less laggy. Also, the initial loading screen will now be up to 20% faster, and the operating system will no longer show app is not responding pop-up, which is a pop-up that I was getting earlier in the week. I did notice that when I was playing today, they did add curtains to the window in the train to reduce motion sickness while in the Paramaker. But I also noticed that the door is open in the Paramaker. I'm not sure if that was like that before, but it does hide the height slider and the height measurement, so that was a little concerning to me. And I did see some people complaining about motion sickness in the game. It's not something that I think I would have experienced or that I think anyone would experience, but everybody's different, so what do I know, right? They also went ahead and fixed an issue where Parafolk could become naked when randomizing the character in the Paramaker, which sounds like such a funny bug. They also fixed a bug where lips would become white when trying different mouth presets, fixed a bug where items would get duplicated when changing swatches, and the copy could not be deleted. They also fixed various missing English localized strings. What does that mean? I don't know, girl. I'm just as confused as you are. Okay, now let's go into a little bit of the gameplay upgrades. Here, they fixed a bug where parafolk were leveling their personalities very fast, which resulted in lots of notifications. They also fixed an issue where the relationship editing panel would remain open in the train, thus preventing players from finishing the train ride. Parafolks will also no longer become embarrassed when sleeping or using the toilet outside. It's disabled for now since paras sometimes thought they were outside when they were not, causing these emotions at the wrong moment. Parafolks will also no longer refuse to purchase snacks from the vending machines when too hungry, and they will no longer refuse to sleep in long chairs when tired, which I did see in, I believe it was Paralemon's gameplay, who tried doing the rags to riches and she couldn't find anywhere to sleep. And of course, we do know that in Paralives, your paras will die from sleep exhaustion. Then they also fixed a bug where parafolks continue using the telescope even after Astronomy Club town event had ended, and the telescopes had disappeared. That sounds so funny, just seeing your para tend using a telescope. Lastly, they ended their patch notes with some tips for known issues, such as when your para gets stuck, you can press escape and select unstuck, and your para will reset. And if you encounter some fires that are unstable and uncontrollable, you can also use the cheat Extinguish All Fires when necessary. They also caution the use of the advanced widget tool for build mode, because some items may not stay in place after reloading the game, so they caution its use just for the time being. And they also share that we sent over 150,000 bug and suggestion reports just in this week alone. And they encourage us to send feedback at paralives.com/gamefeedback. Now let's do a teeny community corner where I will read the comments from the very post that I'm reading from today. One user saying, honestly, the bug where flames could spread outside of your lot sounds pretty hardcore and realistic, like something that would be really cool for hard mode. Another person said, not even been out a week and you guys are completely on it with the bugs. I think your team deserves all the praise and credit. Thank you for being so transparent with us. And lastly, another person says, my only issue really have been the avatar photo not updating properly and babies ending up upside down once put in the crib. It's doing incredibly well for early access release. And unfortunately, I do have to agree that the avatar photo is kind of one aspect that I do not like, that it does not update when your parrot looks very much different from the photo. Additionally, I also am not a big fan of the controls in the game or the camera functions. Maybe because they're just very different, but I'm just not used to them and I don't particularly like them, so I do think I will be modding that aspect of the game, at least unless the Paralive devs create something better, of course. And if you want to see the content that I made for Paralives, you can go ahead and check out my channel and see what I have uploaded so far. Make sure to leave a comment and let me know your thoughts about the game so far. And just one last reminder to make sure to subscribe for more content about Paralives. And until next time, have a good Paralife.